If you're not there yet, let's make 2024 the year you make significant strides towards becoming a millionaire, or maybe even hitting that mark in 2024. I'll give you 7 actions to take to get there, but it comes with a major warning too, as you probably will not want to do all of these, even if they are easy. But you have to push past that fear to succeed, because there is no trick, there is no magical whatever to get you there, to make you hit that mark. There is no shortcuts to getting there. So don't chase all the get-rich-quick trash that's out there. Instead, just do these easy actions. Because I believe everybody can retire early and become a millionaire, despite what everybody's been told. All those lies out there, completely ignore them. I'll show you the very real alternative that they don't want you to know to achieve financial freedom and retire early. So make sure you're subscribed so that way you get that content, because I want you completely free of all this mess. So action number 1 is to be consistent. This not only applies to being a millionaire, it applies to pretty much everything in life. You want to get in shape, you got to be consistent with your food and getting in the gym. Consistency is almost always the key to being successful in virtually everything you do in life. So if you do nothing else right, just be consistent with what you're trying to do. Even if you make mistakes within that, that's okay. Building that habit of being consistent will pay dividends in the long run, far greater than almost anything else you can do. Action number 2, set specific goals. Look, I don't know a single millionaire that doesn't set goals for everything that they do in life. You cannot know where you're going if you have no goal set out there to actually go and achieve in the first place. How are you supposed to be able to, let's say you set your goal to retire early. Well, that's great, but what specifically are you looking to do? How much do you need in retirement? What sort of lifestyle are you looking to live in retirement? So not setting goals is not just something like, I want to be rich one day. It's actually setting tangible, physical goals, and I physically write them down, and then action steps in order to get there, so that way you can achieve those goals. Saying I want to get rich means absolutely nothing. Saying I want $1 million portfolio and I want a portfolio of real estate that pays me $5,000 a month in passive income every month, that right there is a goal that you can absolutely go for and achieve. Action number 3, stop wasting time. Look, I'm sorry, this one hurts, but most people in the US, I can only use US because that's the statistics that I pulled, most people in the US waste almost 8 to 10 hours a day on scrolling on their phone, watching TV or social media, or on their phone in general. I can think of no bigger waste of time and no bigger hindrance to becoming a millionaire than spending 8 hours a day doing something that's absolutely useless to your journey for investing to become a millionaire. The moment you start cutting out your time wasters, all of a sudden an entire world opens up of opportunity for you, but you can't do that if you don't stop wasting time. Action number 4, make sacrifices. The reality is, and the truth is, you're going to have to make sacrifices in order to be a millionaire. You can't, quote unquote, live your best life, spend every dime of your paycheck plus some on credit cards, do anything you want in life, and then just expect to be a magic millionaire one day. You're going to be in the exact opposite boat. You're going to be working the rest of your life, and you're going to have all kinds of debts, all sorts of credit problems, and it's just going to be a terrible life overall. You have to make sacrifices. You have to sacrifice time. You have to sacrifice your wants right now to invest instead, so that way your money's going towards your future and building up assets instead of buying things that are just going to sit in a garage or sit in a closet and go bad and provide absolutely no value to you whatsoever. There's not a single millionaire on this planet that has not made sacrifices in order to get there, so you might as well get comfortable with making sacrifices. Action number 5, learn a high income skill. I know this one sometimes gets debatable out there, and I'm not trying to poke or prod or anything else like that, because really you can turn anything into a high income skill. But the reality is if you're, flipping burgers at McDonald's and you just think magically one day, without learning a high income skill, just a great job that pays, $150,000 a year is going to fall in your lap, it's never going to happen. You have to get out there and get those skills in order to do that. And that doesn't necessarily mean going to school either. And it doesn't necessarily mean you can't flip burgers either. Just I would figure out how to own the restaurant and how to flip my own burgers and how to start my own business, instead of just going in, flipping burgers for somebody else, getting that paycheck and moving on and hoping that something else happens. Taking 2 years to learn a high income skill, because the world has changed. You don't need to go to a 4-year university at the best university in the world. The world's changed. You don't have to do that anymore in order to make a lot of money. You just need to learn a high income skill, which means if you're not making a high income right now, it means your skill may not all cases, may not be a high income skill, and you need to diversify out and learn a high income skill. Action number 6, cut people out of your life. Look, I hate to say it, but you are the sum of the 5 closest people around you, And that probably means if they're not all rich too, you need to cut some of them out. Now, I'm not talking about cutting out completely family and some things like that. I understand we all have to, we have family obligations, but it doesn't mean I have to spend all my time with this person. It doesn't mean I have to go over to my parents' house every weekend. It doesn't mean I have to have those peoples or let them into parts of my life where they drag me down. You need to cut the people out of your life, or let's say they're friends and they just want to go out and party all the time, but you're wanting to start this side hustle and start this side business and they just make fun of you for it. Get rid of those friends. That's easy basic. If you are dating somebody and, hey, they're not supporting where you want to go in life, you want to take that next step in life, and you want to get out there and you want to try something new, start a business, and they're saying, no, just stay home with me and watch Netflix. I don't know. I would be cutting that person out of my life if I want to be a millionaire. You've got to make the choice on that. Once again, there's not a single millionaire that I know that has not had to cut people from their lives in order to see that next leg up in success. So you might as well get comfortable with it. It's an action you're going to have to take at some point in time in order to become that millionaire. Action number 7, use your wins to build to the next level. If you start taking these actions, you're going to start seeing big wins. But when you start seeing those wins, don't rest on those laurels. Just use them as basic stepping stones to that next level. Use that to catapult yourself to the next thing. You should be building as you achieve things. Now, sure, sometimes you take a couple steps back, but because you've been building the whole time and leveling yourself up each time, that's okay. That's just part of the journey. The journey doesn't go straight up. It goes up, comes back down a little bit, goes up huge, has a big leg down, back up, but the overall trend is up as long as every single time you have a success, you use that as a springboard to go to the next level instead of getting lazy, instead of taking your foot off the gas. Don't do those things. Don't rest on your laurels. Use those successes to propel you to even greater successes. The good news is this channel is about becoming a millionaire and alternative routes to retirement and financial independence. So make sure you're subscribed because they don't want you to know any of this, and I want you to be completely free from this mess. It may be blacklisted from society, but it's the truth, and I'm gonna get you there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.